Hello, everybody. Tanner here for your tool of the week. And this is probably more than just a quick little tool, but this last week I finished this hog. So I bought this book, I think in 2005, Titan, biography of John D. Rockefeller. And it is a slog, almost 800 pages, very small type. But I'm gonna give you my summation. So what inspired me to read this was I was kind of flipping through, re-summarizing Rockefeller Habits, Mastering the Rockefeller Habits by Verne Harnish. And he's developed some great tools and curriculum, which I've kind of weaved into some of these tools of the week. So I finally am like, all right, I'm going to do this. So it took me, 7 or 8 weeks to finish the book. And I want to share my sort of inspirations and thoughts from what I got out of the book. There's a lot. So these are my kind of top 10, if you will. I love this quote: "A man's wealth must be determined by the relation of his desires and expenditures to his income. If he feels rich on $10 and has everything else he desires, he really is rich." I think we allow the influence of others to cause us to experience lack of joy, lack of happiness as a result of just kind of losing priority on what's important to us. But that's a whole separate thing. Okay, so here's my 10. I originally thought I was going to create my own Rockefeller Habits, but I feel like this is a little bit of a mishmash of Rockefeller Habits and attributes. So here are the 10 that I got that I thought were really applicable or impactful for me. Always be curious and continue to learn. Whatever that means for you, reading, listening, but always continue to learn. Know your numbers. This certainly makes a lot of sense inside of a business, really understanding your data, your numbers. Do what you feel is right. There will always be haters. Boy, he certainly had critics, and I'm not here to say he was amazing or it wasn't. So be consistent. Don't burn out. Conserve your energy. He was always sort of throttling back rather than burning it at both ends at all times, and lived, I think it was 97 years old. He lived a very long and fruitful life. Spent a lot of time thinking, so dedicated thinking time. First two, then what? This is a good to great concept. And I mean, this direct quote from the book: Rockefeller hired talented people as he found them, not as he needed them. So surround yourself with great people. Rockefeller was very decisive. Avoid the gossip of others. Don't worry about what others think of you. I think we all are subjected to that in many ways, and something we probably work on throughout all our lives. Be generous, be charitable. He gave a tremendous amount of money to charity, and easy to say he was rich, therefore he gave, but he didn't start rich, wasn't rich, but it was generous out the gate. Don't hold grudges. Man, I thought that throughout the book, it seemed like a lot of haters, a lot of people publicly criticizing, and he could have allowed that to sour him, but he from what at least the book captured, he'd never held grudges. So let me conclude with this. I'm actually going to include this as well. You can find a link for this if you want. So, I mean, there's a whole curriculum on Rockefeller Habits, and so I'm not going to go through it, but there's 10 Rockefeller Habits and lots of curriculum. If this is a helpful resource to kind of think through where you're at, where your team's at, just as I concluded the book, and then I wanted to just compare and contrast with some of the existing Rockefeller resources out there. I wanted to see what I captured compared to what's out there. So if this is helpful, awesome. Have a fantastic week, and we'll see you again. Thanks.